Well, good morning. New uniforms, bro. Here we are. We're almost there, dude. Lorette Plumbing and Drains. My truck wrap will be done in about a week. And then we will be pretty much fully rebranded. So that's exciting. So today is going to be a compilation day. I'm going to be sharing some past footage that I was wearing my old uniform, you will see. But yeah, so in this first video, first episode, first job, not episode, we are in the episode. In the first job we're going to, it's going to be a gas add-on. We're adding on a shut-off valve for a pizza oven. So we're gonna hook up. Oh, hold on. What's going on here? Oh, that's cool. So you can see we got some people running. What is this for? Bear with me, guys. What's this for? Law enforcement. All right, cool, guys. Right on. Okay. So sorry about that. I hope you guys enjoyed that. So we're going to be headed to this first call, which is a gas connection. We're adding a shutoff valve, and we're also doing a gas conversion. So it was initially propane, and then we converted it to natural gas and then hooked it up to the system. So I will see you guys at the job. Okay, we're going to be adding a T. I'm going to put that back together, and I'm going to come out here to catch this pizza oven. So go back to the shop. See how that just stayed in place? This is why these are the best, dude. So I just pulled this off. I'm just notating. Always important to notate. Before you start work. So I'm gonna pull this out. All right, step number one, we're taking this off, and then we'll take this off. Next, we're going to take this off. You can see this is smaller than this guy. So, handle, case. That one's a little longer. Next step, we're going to disconnect these and we're going to switch out the orifice inside. That spins, so you probably don't have to take that off. This guy needs to get replaced. And you can see how the natural gas is bigger than the propane. It's as simple as that. So we're going to swap that out and put this in here. Comes with a little tool for that. Just gonna tighten snug. Okay, so the orifices have been replaced, so now it's ready for propane. So now we have to put everything back together and then get that hooked up. We need to open this up between 5 and 7 full revolutions. And they give you a little screwdriver for that. So we're gonna do 5 full. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6. The reason why we're doing this is because it takes more volume of natural gas to work, whereas propane requires less. So those orifices were bigger. We need to allow more gas flow to enter through for it to work properly. So before we put the plate back on, I want to test the connections and make sure they're not leaking. All right, so we saved all of the parts, okay? This is the new natural gas plate we're gonna throw on, all right? There you go, bro. All right, I'm gonna get this on. Okay, it's gonna go upside down because it's gonna be right side up when we put that on. Actually, it might be better to get this in first. Yeah. In first. Slide that in. Right. Now let's get it fully installed. Make sure we get this guy on. You want that tight. Actually, yeah. I'm going to test this one more time before we flip it over. So we have gas pressure going to the burner. No bubbles. Perfect. All right, put in that pizza oven. That was cool, easy peasy. I didn't realize there was that much into it when I first initially gave the estimate a while back. I thought I was just adding a shutoff valve, so I did underbid it a little bit, but he's a repeat customer and he's cool, so that's no big deal. But yeah, so we're done with that, and now where we're headed to is to install a water heater. We're going to install a water heater, bro. Yep, I'm gonna throw in that rude dude. I know a lot of you guys don't like Ream family. I get that. You know, I've had in the past kind of negative experiences, but I'm telling you, man, it's changed. And there's a reason why they are the leaders in water heaters. And as a company as a whole, with their HVAC side and the water heating side, they do make solid equipment now. So don't let the Home Depot trash fool you. All right, don't let it fool you, bro. Anyway, anywhooser, I'll see you at the job. All right. Maybe throwing this in. A little nervous about that guy. So, can you see how this is open? Nothing's coming out. It's open, nothing. The beauty of this is where it comes in handy, bro. That's why I recommend that. Really? Dude, what? it's a little unlevel. You need to kind of move it a little bit. These shims are really good. You just put them under the pan. Get her filled up. Test the gas connections. Mega bubble.
¿Quién la pagó?
Cuando le pasé de
Que no, que estaba trabajando ya.
All right, we're done with the water heater, bro. Rude dude coming at you, man. So, just a little bit about, get that fixed up. So, what you didn't see is I actually went back to that house. So, when I was trashing the water heater, I discovered on the top that where the nipple was at, on the hot side, it was melted, like the plastic covering or whatever, and there shouldn't be that much heat being generated out of that exhaust. So I went back with a lighter. I called him and was like, hey, I just saw something unique on your water heater. And so I went back, did a test, and they aren't getting full, it's blowing out. They're getting backdraft on it. So I told them that needs to be handled like as soon as we can. They said Friday is going to work best, which is tomorrow. From the time you're seeing this, or while I'm recording this, it's tomorrow. So pretty much, like, that's not good. I got a carbon monoxide. I put a carbon monoxide alarm, like, because they're not going to turn it off. So I put a carbon monoxide alarm literally like near it. I'm like, you hear this thing beep, you shut this thing off, okay? They're like, all right. So, but I guess they've been having this, I mean, they've been having the backdraft for a while, for years, I guess. So that's not good. So we're gonna go back and we're gonna check out the vent. We got to check out what's going on. I'm gonna have to get on the roof. It's a 2-story house too, but I'm gonna have to get up to see the termination and then try to run a camera down it and see what's causing this problem. So, but other than that, man, water heater installation was smooth, and they got hot water. So, this last call that we're gonna go on isn't anything too exciting. We are going to go into a crawl space and just take a look at some plumbing. This is a repeat customer who had some water damage happen, and a restoration company said, hey, you got corroded pipes underneath your kitchen area. You should replace them immediately because they're gonna leak. And so we are gonna hop down in this crawl space and take a look. But before that, I'm parking at Ace because I gotta get some material, because I'm actually filming 2 days in one day. So right now you're watching a compilation, and I'm also recording a day that we're doing. So I'm doing double trouble. So anyway, I gotta get some parts, but I'll see you at the job. All right. We are going into the crawl space right here, all right? Join me. This is one, and this is not where we need to be, is it? Actually, I think it is. I think I gotta go through there. All right, so we got a 1/2-inch run down to there, which I believe that's going to a hose bib. Right. And we got our connections here at this kitchen. So before I scoot up to that, let's take a look over here, huh? I like this crawl space, man. This is, if you're working in a crawl space, this is ideal apart from an encapsulated. So let's mob over there real quick. Or actually, you know what? We'll hit the kitchen and then we'll go. So we got soft copper lines coming down. I don't know why they do so much soft copper. And then they got the type M, dude. So stupid, bro. And this was redone because you can see this galvanized line. That's an old galvanized water line that's abandoned. So they redid it in type M and soft copper did. Crazy. So we got the cold transition over here from 3/4. And all right. So let's go take a look on the other way. So it looks like someone's made a repair at one point, or at least added a line coming off the hot. So we got a hot and cold here running that way, and then a hot going that way. So it looks like that way out is another hose bib, and then it's catching a bathroom unit here. A bathroom unit, a sink, closet bed. There's no hot lines going further up, so it's kind of that. I think the cold line there is catching for the AC. So this is the way we came in. There's a little hole here we're gonna climb through and get into this spot. I can see an add-on water line there, but I see some copper too, so let's get in there. So let's see here. Got water line going over here. More water lines over there. So two water lines here. Look at that hot. We got copper up in here to this bathroom unit. Okay. Another unit there. All this here. I wonder if that's the service riser right there, 1 inch. That might be the service riser. Alright. I think that's all I need, man. Alright, man, that is a wrap. We checked out that crawl space. I mean, there were some areas that were questionable, but I mean, does he need to repipe all underneath? I don't think so. If he repiped, he would be being preventative, 100%. And I mean, you could always say being preventative is better than reactive. But you know, the corrosion that was on that area that I saw looked to be like flux, not the same type of corrosion when it starts to pit from the inside out. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think he needs to do it that urgent. I'm probably gonna still send him an estimate for it, so he has it. But I mean, I wouldn't be losing sleep over that. That looks like most people's houses. So anyway, yeah, we're done. We're wrapped up, bro. Finito, finished. So hope you guys had a good day. Hope you enjoyed the video. And yeah, man. Oh, Shuby, dude. So before the video ends, I'm gonna share a little bit about Shuby, because I wore the Shuby coveralls, and not only are these things affordable, but they're friggin' durable. And the Shuby cover that I wore is probably like the third time I've worn it under a crawl space. Still doesn't have holes, and I still can reuse it, dude. So let me show you these coveralls. All right, so look at this thing, dude. I don't know if you can tell, but this thing's still in really good condition, bro. It's crazy. This is what I was talking about, Hydro Shield coverall. I usually get the 2XL, so it's super baggy to where, you know, it goes over existing clothes. You can put it over boots. But they're the same company that makes the yellow ugly glove for drain cleaning. You may have seen. It's pretty popular. But compared to other brands like at Home Depot, this is way cheaper and it's way better. So I would recommend checking out Shuby. They're a really solid company too. They're really nice. Cool. But yeah, I came home. Check it out, man. Franco sent me a bunch of stuff too, man. Look at this. Sent me some pipe repair. It's good for like temporary fixes, especially like in commercial. I haven't really got too many commercial calls since I came back to California, but this is good for temporary bigger situations. I got the Hulk. I don't know if you guys have seen this. It's got pens, and this is like if you need a transition from like 6-inch clay to 4-inch pipe. Like, this is your go-to, bro. Like, this thing ain't gonna move. The pins in there are gonna keep that thing stable too. And then I got the Pro Flexes they sent over, and the Strong Backs. So, really stoked on this kit. They also sent a few other things. I don't know if you've seen. These are like push fit insides. These would be good for like storm drains, French drains. You know, you could probably use them in a sewer application, but I haven't yet to use one, but I've seen people use them. They're pretty dope. And it looks like that's it. But yeah, shout out Franco. Franco's the boy. But yeah, check out Shuby, dude. It's a great brand.